In this tutorial, we're going to talk about the principles of design, and this goes along with topic 3.3.1. Specifically in this tutorial, we're going to talk about the CRAP principles of design. Let's review what CRAP stands for. So, C is contrast, R, repetition, A is alignment, and P, proximity. So, one of the things you're going to want to do with your students is show them, whenever they're creating their ePortfolio, show them these principles of design, the CRAP principles of design. And already on this screen, you can see we've already implemented these principles. Number one, we've got different colors for our headings. And we also have everything aligned to the left, as you see here. And we've also chunked the information together, and that's a word that your students are going to be familiar with, chunking. When you chunk the information together, chunk images, words, whatever together, that's what proximity is all about. Making sure that anything that's of the same needs to be together on the screen. Now let's talk about why you would want to teach your students the CRAP principles of design. Number one, it makes everything clean on the screen. And if it's clean and clear whenever they're presenting their information, then you're going to be able to grade it a lot easier. Also, it's a standard. If you look at ISTE standards, or if you look at ELA standards, one of the standards is that students have to be able to present information in a clear manner, in a concise manner. They have to choose images and choose words to go together. So all these standards that they're being required to make sure that they exhibit knowledge and understanding of, you can achieve those through the ePortfolio. So let's show you how to do that. So let's say that they've finished final draft of something and they want to put an image on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first add my text in, and let's copy it, and I'm going to paste it here. Now I'm pasting it on the left because, once again, CRAP principles of design, making sure that we align everything the same, making sure that all the information is chunked together. Now, one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to take out these bullets for my subheadings because I don't need the bullets if I'm following the design principles. Okay. Now when I click out of that, you see what happened? It kind of smushed it all together. So proximity rules tell me that I might want a space between it, and if I do the space, I got to make sure it's the same. So that repetition, making sure that the space is the same between each one of those chunks of information. Now, I want to add an image to go along with this information. So you know how to add an image. So I'm going to put it over here. And I have my image. It's an infographic that goes along with the information that I just pasted onto the screen. So I'm going to add that. Now, if we pay attention to the CRAP principles of design, one of the things that we know is the idea of the rule of thirds. And let me explain that really quickly. The rule of thirds, think of it, you have a grid on the screen. And what it's basically saying is that you want the image or your most important thing, your focal point, to be along this third right here on the line that divides your screen into thirds. So see, you have a third, and a third. And so you want the image along the axes, along these vertical lines. So either here or here is where I would want to make sure my picture goes. So keeping that in mind, I'm going to resize it so that the image is along that third, that axis, those axes rather. So now if we look at that, that's almost right, but if I go back here this way, that's almost spot on. Okay, so remember, this is the available white space. Think of it like that in a square. And I have about a third here. Can't go in a straight line, it's difficult. And then a third here. And we see the image goes right along that line. So with the capabilities that Weebly allows us, we have used the rule of thirds successfully here. So just to recap what we've talked about the CRAP principle of design, we talked about contrast, and I've shown you how we've used contrast on the page. We talked about repetition. I've shown you how we use repetition on the page, which goes along with the alignment. We have everything aligned along the left. Even our bullet points are aligned along the left. And I'm going to make sure that my image is aligned along the left too. So that's done. Didn't really do anything, but that's okay. And then proximity, making sure that we've chunked everything together. So we've chunked the information here together. I have the bulleted points here and my image together. So if I'm going to add more information, I'm going to add a new section here, because if I'm following the rule of thirds, I'm not going to have it up there. I'm going to have a space between here, and I'm going to move on to my next idea. Okay? So good luck as you show your kids how to design their ePortfolios, and specifically how to implement the rule of thirds.